Hello everybody, this is PotterBrony, and welcome to another blind reaction of Totally Legit Recap. This time we have episodes number 14 and 15 of Season 7 by DWK. Yeah, skip from 10 to 14. This is what he's made so far. Looks like after this I'm all caught up. So, until he makes some more, not sure what I'm going to be doing after that. Yeah. So let's just get it started with episode number 14, Fame and Misfortune, and see what he has to say about that one. First frame is Rarity in the most loveliest dress I've ever seen. And starting the video in 3, 2, 1, and go.
My emotions, darling. Stress.
It just keeps happening. Alright, so Twilight's on her way back from her weekly horn polishing session with Princess Celestia when she sees these two little fillies trying to cream pie each other. Now, she sits them down and explains that that's not something you should do in public, but it gives her an idea. So she rounds the girls up and holy shit, it's the old journal. And I'm just like, man, I've still got some of my old Playboys from middle school and they're in better shape than this thing. And Rarity's like,
what is that thing? Why is it so smelly?
now, this is a part where I'm supposed to go all wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and be like, well, that's something you never want to hear your waifu say, am I right? But fuck that, I'll take it. If we even got to the point where she's looking at it and not screaming, I must have done something right. And Twilight's like, Jesus fucking Christ, you guys, how did you fuck our book up so badly? This is a record of the most defining moments of our lives together, and you treated it like a jizz rag. Yeah, we put all our love into it. Pinky, that's gross. Anyway, Starlight just happens to know a spell for reblogging books, so I'm sending one to each of you. You know, Twilight, that seems like the kind of spell you would know, doesn't it? No, remember guys, Starlight is me now, I'm Celestia, and Celestia's, a really nice lady? Yes, that. Let's go with that. Anyway, I was thinking, like, why don't we put this shit on the internet? I feel like people might be able to learn something from it. And Rar's like, well, I guess that'd be fine as long as the folks who read it are intelligent, reasonable people, and we aren't overly sensitive about any feedback we might receive. And AJ's like, I don't know, bro. Don't you think letting a bunch of strangers read our most intimate personal thoughts might bite us in the ass somehow? Like,
what would that happen?
Attention as it is. What if everyone starts bugging us about it all the time or fucking around in our personal lives? And Dash is like, dude, AJ, what are you so worried about? You make it sound like our only audience is gonna be the most obnoxious and socially inept people in Equestria. Yeah, that's true. No reason to assume a worst case scenario, right? So, they published their book on the Pony Internet and Twiggy runs into AB, who's fucking stoked because it's helping them sell tickets for their spring break butt stamp beach camp, and she's all,
The purpose of the journal isn't supposed to be marketing.
and for some reason, all of a sudden, I got this sinking feeling in my stomach, and I felt a little nauseous. But whatever, it's probably just that family-sized bag of frozen tendies and one too many beers. Anyway, so Glimmy's filling in for Spike this episode, and they're on their way
Went
home,
through that
and
whole
they run
frozen
into
bag, huh?
a group of annoying, awkward faggots. Huh. I wonder who these guys are supposed to represent. Look, I'm going to dispense with the act.
Yeah.
You all know what this episode is and what's going on here. Remember back in season 6 when we had that episode and I said we reached the singularity? Well, who knew it was fucking possible, but we've gone beyond. That singularity has destabilized the flow of space-time, and now we're in some Donnie Darko style tangent universe, and frankly, I'm just waiting for the fucking jet engine to crash through my roof and release me from this hell. It was supposed to be a dream. For 22 minutes a week, I didn't have to worry about the fact that I'm a 30-year-old man who spends every waking moment jacking off and watching cartoons. I could almost believe that there's some sort of intrinsic morality and virtue in this world and that I might be capable of understanding and living by it. But I didn't deserve it. We didn't deserve it. We were just too fucking autistic, weren't we? We didn't
Yeah.
learn the lessons they were trying to teach us. We just obsessed over and whined about a bunch of extraneous details. So in order to plant the ideas, they had to go one level deeper. They created a book, a representation of this show within the cartoon itself, accompanied by projections of us, and then used the interactions of these two constructs to mimic our own relationship with the show. Don't you see? It's autismception. So Twigglywigs and Glimmyglam run into Butterball, and she's just getting fucking reamed by these guys here, and she's like, guys, I don't get it. You're bitching at us over a bunch of irrelevant minutia and completely ignoring the actual message of the book. And they're like, oh my god, guys, look, she's mad. She can't handle criticism. I'm not mad. I'm just trying to get you to look at the actual point of the thing, because I think you could actually learn something from it. Now she's mad and making excuses. We win. We won an argument against a famous person. Jesus Christ, never mind. Then they go to check on Rarity, and okay, I take back every other time I've used this caption. This is where it belongs. And she's all, darling, but dude, people are saying mean things about me on the internet. What do I do? And Twi's like, just ignore them, man. What does that even mean? Like, just don't talk to them? Okay, so I type out my reply and I hit post. Where does the ignoring come in? No, you just have to not reply. But if I don't reply, how will I tell them they're wrong? You don't. This doesn't fucking make any sense. No, it makes sense. You're just acting like a fucking lunatic. And then AJ's like,
Yeah.
Popular, Twilight. I'm popular and I don't like it one bit.
you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we know we're in a tangent universe. People actually appreciate Applejack. So basically, every member of the cast has some sort of nervous breakdown.
Well, they love
Twilight's
background
"Dude,
characters."
This is all my fault. And Glamour's like, it's not your fault specifically. Well, then whose is it? Literally everyone's. Those guys out there are a bunch of whiny, belligerent spurgs, and you guys are all being a bunch of pussies. When you put something out on the internet or any kind of content anywhere, really, people are gonna criticize it. And of course, when that happens, you're
True.
gonna defend it. The thing is, no part of this process has to devolve into a screaming match as long as you aren't faggots about it. This didn't have to be a disaster.
Yeah, but now
the
you're
people
asking for
following
too
you
much.
around and dissecting this shit are socially retarded, and you guys are way too fucking sensitive. So wait, you're saying that the solution to this problem is that everyone involved just needs to grow the fuck up and relax? Exactly. So there's no actual solution then? Nope, it's gonna keep happening forever, and we're all fucked. Then these guys show back up, and they're like,
We just wanted to say thank you to all of you. Yeah, our friendship? Well, we were having trouble until we read your journal. It showed us that friends can go through all sorts of tough times and come through stronger than before.
see, my dude, you're looking at this all wrong. Yeah, having a bunch of fans might be a pain in the ass sometimes, and yeah, a lot of them will be annoying, shitty, autistic sacks of cocks, but it's all worth it in the end, because some of those fans will give you something so valuable and meaningful that it justifies all the bullshit you have to go through to reach them. They'll give you money.
Right. Alright, so that was Fame and Misfortune's Totally Legit recap. Yeah, quite true. Alright. And moving on to episode number 15. Holy crap, she's holding a dragon dildo. First frame. Has to be seen there, why not? Episode number 15, Triple Threat, Total Legit recap, starting in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Bad dragon, bad dragon, bad dragon.
You're about to get punished by that. Yeah, I've seen that image.
Okay, so Spike's all,
Is the banner even?
and I'm like, Is it even what? So he pulls out his exposition checklist and he's like, all right, motherfuckers, listen up. On this episode of My Little Pony, I have invited my friend Ember over for dinner so that she can learn the ways of the master race and teach friendship to her dragon squad. Is everybody clear on the premise? And Glimmy's like,
You've been hanging around Twilight for too long.
oh, hey, look, Steve's here. And he's like, hey, buddy, old pal, I sure
Oh,
do
crap.
love and trust you and hope you
Can't
have the
see
same
that.
kind of faith and confidence in me. And Spike's all, oh, shit,
course.
dude, I forgot. Me and dude here were supposed to play poker tonight and talk about emotions and shit, but we can all hang out together, right? I'm sure him and Ember will be cool. And Twiggy's like, nah, bro, they're like different, yo. People who are different can't get along. That'd be fucking crazy. Anyway, Glimmy's like,
Well, maybe they'll like each other.
my soul sister Glamour, thank God you're here to inject some common sense into this impending...
I'm so glad you invited me. You are one of my closest, nicest, most caring, most understanding friends ever.
Yeah, I see your point. They might not get each other.
Alright, so for this
Never mind.
episode we have to change things up a bit because Glimmy Glam is now part of the equation. So which position is our common sense switch in? Well, none of them. It's not even so much a common sense switch as a three-way axis of retardation. I'm trying to think of a good way to represent this visually. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Anyway,
Yeah.
Spike shovels poor Steve off on Twiggy Lawson, and then Ember shows up, and she's like,
Hey, Twilight!
and Glimmy's all,
Actually, I'm Starlight. Starlight Glimmer.
oh my god, I'm so sorry. You all have the same fucking face. Who the hell's gonna memorize 1,000 different color schemes and hairstyles just to differentiate between all of you? Go fuck yourself. And Glimmer's like,
Every brony ever.
I like her.
well, she's blue and white and horrible with people, so I guess you would. Fuck you, Spike. So, Ember starts eating Twilight's walls, and Spike ditches to go find Steve, and Bugdeer is like, oh, dude, I'm glad you're here. Twilight is pretty aggressive. Yeah, dude, just give her a break. Her sex life has not been normal. Okay, wait, hold on. So, when one of our pony friends here gets called by the map, their cutie mark shows up over the intended location. So, is this to say that if Spike were a pony, his cutie mark would be his own head? Anyway, everyone takes turns giving these two the runaround
I
while
think you're
Spike tries to
overthinking that.
find
It's just
this
they don't have
mysterious
anything else to
friendship
use.
problem. Steve falls deeper and deeper into despair, and Ember gets pissier because she knows she's being cocked about. Then this happens.
No, I'm Starlight.
I'm sorry, but you can't blame me. You both look and act so much alike.
And Twice like, oh my god, we do not. And Ember's all,
You're both purple ponies with purple hair. You both have cutie marks with sparkly things.
and Glimmy's like,
Mine's more of a glimmer.
what's the fucking difference? Well, you see, a glimmer
Right.
is more akin to a shimmer or a shine, while sparkles, glints, and gleams are all part of the glisten family. Are you high right now? It's all here in this book. Twinkles, glitters, flickers, and flashes. A guide to gay-ass light-related phenomena. Fascinating read,
I gotta get that
actually.
book.
For instance, did you know that sometimes a flash can come in the end of a sparkle? I'm gonna kill Sunset. You are never going near that mirror again. Meanwhile, Steve's like,
I just
"Mom,
got
I have
that."
a sadistic streak, and now I'm trying to figure out a way to tell
Oh,
6 of
God.
my siblings that they're also technically my kids. Then Spike hears Ember yelling at Glimmy and Twiggers, and he ditches Steve again to see what's going on. So by now, Ember's about as sick of pony bullshit as Co and B were at the end of 2011, and she ends up screaming in his face.
think
Now, Steve sees this chick he doesn't
Steve
know
said
apparently
something about,
attacking his friend, and he's like, hey,
having
you're being a dick to
sibling
my
children.
friend, and I can't bear it. It's time for some bare knuckle boxing. And Spike's like, oh no, my worst fears have been realized. This can't be happening. It's all my fault. Holy shit, you guys run really fucking slow. So he explains what's been going on, and Ember's like, oh, I get it. You thought he'd hate me because I'm a huge bitch with terrible social skills. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good reason. Well, thanks for rubbing it in, asshole. Oh, fuck me. Yo, Steve, you're not mad at me, right, bro? And Steve's like, nah, man, it's cool. You just think I'm a huge pussy, don't you? You think I'll never amount to anything, huh? Hey, man, that's not true. You're just gonna make me wear a dress and makeup and tell all my brothers to call me Stephanie and then laugh at me when I start crying. Whoa, dude, I didn't... Well, guess what? Stephanie kicked your ass and took your hive, so who's laughing now, you big ugly whore? I hate you! So, Steve's hanging out by the pool Cool and Embersol. Damn, bruh, kicking rocks, that's like universal shorthand for complete dejection. And he's all, yeah, man, nobody respects me. I don't know how to lead a kingdom, dude. I just fell into this shit with zero experience, and my entire hive still thinks of me as my mom's cock sleeve. But dude, you just need to be more alpha. But I'm omega as fuck, man. I can't even...
Stop talking. That's how you do it.
Wow, you kind of remind me of her. Jesus, am I really that much of a cunt? No, I mean like the good parts of her. Yeah, she was an emotionally abusive bug monster, but she was also confident and intimidating and sexy. Holy fucking hell, bro. I thought I had problems, but you are seriously on an entirely different plane of fucked up. Look, I don't mean to make this any weirder, but if you keep yelling at me, I'm gonna get a boner. So what's your deal? I suck at like... people, I'm a fucking dragon, dude. There's only 5 steps to being a dragon. You beat the shit out of other dragons, establish dominance, attract a mate, fuck, and make more dragons. That's all we do. I don't know how to, like, hang out and just talk about feelings and shit. Well, you're doing it right
who does
now.
that?
But I wasn't even thinking about it. When I actually try, I fuck it up. Well, you know you can do it, so just keep putting yourself in social situations, even if it sucks at first. Maybe have a couple drinks. If you open up by accident enough times, after a while you'll get comfortable enough to do it consciously. That's really gay, but I guess it makes sense. And hey man, the same applies to you. You turned into a fucking bear back there. Well yeah, I thought you were gonna defile Spike's tender boy pussy, and I couldn't let that happen. Yeah, you rocked up because you needed to, because you care about Spike. So don't you need to lead your hive? Don't you care about them? Well, of course I do. So you gotta remember that every fucking second. Whenever you doubt yourself, remember why you're doing this and who you're doing it for. Every time you stand your ground,
Good
you'll get a little
conversation.
more confidence, and eventually you'll radiate that shit. It just takes repeated effort and dedication. So I guess no matter what your faults are, being a better person just takes practice? Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, you want to go yell at Spike? He fucking deserves it. We could do that, or I mean, we could get out of here, go have a glass of wine. Bro, I'm not gonna sleep with you on the first date. Yeah, alright, let's go fuck him up.
Worth a shot.
I feel mad. I'm upset.
Yep. Had to put that last little shot in there, didn't you? Alright, so that was a legit recap of Triple Threat. Yeah. I don't know what it is about this particular, about DWK. When he says jokes like that, normally I don't, like I had stated repeatedly before, I don't normally go for jokes concerning sexual stuff with the ponies. But that one with how sometimes a flash can come at the end of a sparkle, or in the end of a sparkle, just, what the fuck? Why is that one funny to me? I don't get, maybe just the way he says it, his delivery, his voice, I don't know, but it just freaking works on this show, on this particular version of it, as opposed to the countless other stuff that just kind of turned my stomach. I don't get it. I can't explain it, but that's just the way it is. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did. Links are in the description below, as I said before. Be sure to support the official release. And I'm going to end this one here. Until next time, take care.